I love that, and I'll say for me again, like because just trying to go on and claim some of the collectibles through a Web 2 platform sometimes becomes because we're so ingrained into Web 3 and how things kind of work, or if you've been in this space for a while, it's almost like it's like more difficult to go back to the Web 2 route to some regards, which sounds absolutely crazy. But I love the initiative that you guys, because from what I've seen, like you guys are sticking to who you've already worked with and have committed to from the Web 2 regard. But you're also opening up the door from the Web 3 aspect with the integration with HashPack for claiming and things like that. So kudos to you guys for the decisions that you guys have made in that regard. I want to ask both, maybe I'll start with Bounty um, especially since 2022 was a pretty rough time frame for most people in this space. Um, but we all know that projects and builders are still building within bear markets. I think it was Sadaf from Genfinity that said it's not really a bear market; it's a build market. So, what are some of the biggest milestones and achievements that the Bounty Block team achieved in 2022, and what are some of the forward-looking achievements that you guys are looking forward to in 2023 from Bounty Block standpoint?
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, it's a very short answer. Like we built the contest giveaway tool last year, and we launched it on Wax because we were there at the time, and it was a very nice way to test the use case, see if does anyone even care. And we got a lot of feedback, a lot of suggestions. The tool was free, so we got maximum number of projects to use it. We got close with a lot of the communities and the projects there, and it allowed us to polish the tool. And since then, when now that we're on Hedera, we know like we have a nice list of things we want to build on this year. And to give you an idea, we work on this integration with OpenAI, and the Da Vinci machine learning algorithm. And basically, what we're doing is, like on traditional Gleam, when you create a giveaway and you say something like, "Hey, everyone that participates tweet, some hashtag and whatever, some predefined template, right? That the project set up, so everyone is tweeting the same message. Well, we wanna make it so that the participant that clicks that tweet button will generate a new tweet, but you're actually saying the same thing. So using OpenAI, since now we can integrate with their API when it's available, we want to be able to on demand generate these kind of like unique tweets, so that when you go viral, you include the hashtags and everything that's important, but it's actually a different tweet. Whereas right now, the traditional way, it's everyone's spamming the same thing. So we wanna improve that. That's just one example, right? So we want to leverage whatever technology we have available to us, and bring this whole gamification engagement in the Web3 to the next level. So that's kind of our focus this year.
Yeah, no, I'll ask the same question to Michael from Lithos as well. Given where the market was at last year, I know that you guys have still been building. I know that you guys are continuing to build. So, what are some of the biggest achievements that you guys had in 2022 from the Lithos standpoint? And what are you guys looking forward to in 2023?
Ultimately for us, obviously the biggest thing was, we've been building this, the IP, the narrative of the world of Ashfall. And honestly, I would say, it's very atypical for a company to approach anything the way we've approached it. I don't think you could deliver something like a comic or the TikTok series this early on in an IP's life. So I think that speaks generally just to the experience of the team and how great John is as a, just creative visionary with, the story and world and character, how fast it's coming to him. And honestly, if it wasn't ready, we would not have done the things that we've done. But fortunately, we just have a really good handle on this world. And so that we were really world building, IP building in 2022, and also, building these other activations. The TikTok thing was all in production. The comic was all in production. And now we're able in 2023 to very early get those out. which is like, really feels good that we kind of left the end of last year. It was a very tough time for crypto, NFTs, and digital collectibles. And then, to be able to kind of come right out the gate in January with something that is seemingly well received, and, people are enjoying the experience so far. The TikTok series is just about at 10 million views from episodes 1 to 4, with the last episode coming out and closing out the series this coming week. And then that's what's great is that will kick off the comic book series, which is a 6-issue. Ultimately, when it's complete, that's a graphic novel. It'll be over 140 pages across the next several months that's released. And so what I feel good about is a very new company having released 2, very big activations, not including all the collectible cards and the other things along the way, while we're also still building the game. So we've got a lot of, things in play, and we'll be sharing more of the game progress throughout this year. So a lot of, things accelerating from 2023. We'll kind of put the pedal down, and we're not going to let it go.
Yeah, and that's fantastic. I mean, I think, the last question that I probably have is, and I would love to open it up for Hello Future or Valor up here or HashPack or anybody else that wants to ask a question. But, as Bountyblok and, I know LightHouse has been here for a while in the Hedera ecosystem. As time goes on, are there suggestions that you guys might get from community members or understanding of the network services, whether that be Hedera token service or the consensus service or the file service, things that you guys are looking at over time and just experience being in the network, where ideas pop up into your guys' heads where it's like, what, we might be able to utilize something like this within a gamification aspect, or we might be able to utilize something like this within another aspect of what we're trying to build out from community onboarding. And maybe what that experience has been like for you guys. LightHouse, I'll start with you guys.
Oh, sorry, I was on mute. Yeah, I mean, it's still a little, it's early. Well, we intend, obviously, technologically to integrate with as many of the services that will help us, deliver the best game possible. Obviously, we don't, we'll announce those as we go, but don't really have anything to talk about on that right now.
Totally fine. And same thing with you guys, Bountyblok. Being that you guys are kind of in beta right now within the Hedera ecosystem, have you guys looked at all the services that could be possible yet? Or, what does that look like for you guys moving forward? Like, as you guys learn more about the network, X, Y, and Z.
Yeah. Great. Yeah, good question. So, naturally, since we're a bunch of tech guys, we already got connected with like Swirls Labs, right? We're like we're on a Slack with Ash and those guys. So we've been, we had, obviously in the beginning we had questions to help us speed up where do we get access to data, but after a while when we got familiar with how things work, we have ideas, we have suggestions. Obviously there's one proposal that I'm looking forward to is that a token association, which has a bit of a friction on the UX. And I know what's coming out right now. So we're kind of aware of like the new stuff that's coming out on the network on the tech side of things. In addition to that, though, we did meet with May and Tyler, the CTO of HashPack, I think 2 weeks ago, and we're also in a Slack with them, and they even added us to their Discord under the developer section. So we're trying to be more involved on the tech side of the protocol on Hedera, how things are evolving, and we haven't really had any real recommendation or anything right now. But we're aware of what's going on, and we're in good contacts with those teams, if that makes sense.
Thank you guys both for the answers. So we have a panel up here. I don't know if Elizabeth from Hello Future, if you have any questions. Maybe Valor, maybe HashPack.
I do have a question. Actually, I just wanted to ask Bountyblok. I went to your website. I was looking through your tools. I just think that it'd be really cool to hear from you, just like kind of to break down each tool set that you have. I know there's a lot of community members in here that could probably really utilize what you guys are doing over there. And if you could just break down kind of what your tool sets currently are, whether they're in beta. Obviously, you were saying that they're in beta for Hedera, and just figured it would be kind of cool to hear each tool set as they sit and what you kind of see for the future for them.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I'll keep it super short because I can go on forever. But we have four tools. We have our contest giveaway tool, which is that Gleam type tool with a Web3 twist to it that we were talking. We have a distribution tool. It's a way for projects to easily, mint and airdrop NFTs and any token really to wallets in a few clicks, right? So let's say you want to reward accounts with like some token for holding a certain NFTs, right? So we have that. Obviously, it's not super fantastic with the whole token association problem. There are projects that are using it within their community who already associate their token. It will become more popular because we've seen it work on other chains, right? And we know projects want that tool. So we have on a high level, a token airdrop distribution tool. In a few clicks, you can distribute NFTs. We have a gifting tool. If you want to gift, let's say I want to gift my wife an NFT, by email address, right? I don't know, or a friend, right? And I'm not sure if they have a wallet or not. So you send a personalized email, and they get an email, a nice email, hey, Merry Christmas, and they click on the link to claim their NFT, and then it brings them to the platform, and they can claim it. They can use whichever wallet. My wife would probably use Facebook to log in, so we integrated with Venly for the social buttons, or if someone has HashPack. So it's a nice way to gift NFTs via emails. It's a nice way to onboard, people from the outside world into the space. And the last one is just we have these trusted API tools. Basically, all that does is because we have a lot of experience, and we're working a lot with a lot of projects in the Web2 world. And the biggest problem is they don't have smart contract developers or Web3 tech guys, right? And there's a learning curve, but they still want to leverage blockchain tech. So through a trusted API that they can use, we can handle and we can abstract anything blockchain related, like minting NFTs or retrieving certain NFT data, all that stuff. So we just give them a bunch of endpoints, and they can just worry about building their app and not having to worry about how does the Hedera blockchain work, if that makes sense. So we have this trusted API. I think this is the shortest way I can give it as an answer.
Yeah, I think that that HIP proposal, that's the Hedera improvement proposal, the 655 might be able to solve some of those association issues.
Yeah.
If that gets passed. That'd be really cool. Yeah, thank you for the answer. I really appreciate it.
All right. Hello Future or HashPack or Mark, anybody up here? Again, I'm gonna give a precursory apology because of the way that my voice sounds today. But Elizabeth from Hello Future or Mark, do you guys have anything? All right. Well, thank you guys, both Michael from LightHouse and from Bountyblok, for coming up. Obviously, we do these Hedera Corner Spaces every Monday at 3:00 p.m. Eastern Time. The first one that we did was last Monday, which we had Batty Hattie as well as Upside Co-op and the Pi-Fi group. This week we had LightHouse as well as Bountyblok. It's always amazing. And I want to give a huge shout out and a thank you to Michael from LightHouse for coming onto this space as well. I know that there haven't been tons of spaces you guys facilitated. I know I've been trying to annoy you guys in the DMs pretty consistently. It's honestly a pleasure to get you guys up here, and just thankful that you guys came up and talked about the project and the ecosystem, the community building, and thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. Hopefully we do another one in the next couple of months. So thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks guys.
All right, guys. We will do this again next Monday. We will see you then. Thank you, guys.